Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and this is how you make raspberry jam. So I'll start off by showing the paper in which we got our instructions from. If you want to just read it word for word, what it says, how to do it, then you can pause the video right now. However, I will still talk about how to do it while we're making it. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So step number one is after you pick your berries, you have to look over them, make sure there's no bugs or anything like that, and then give them a good wash. Okay, so after you've done that, go ahead and pour them into a large bowl and then mush them up. After you've done that, we're on to step 2, and that is applying jellies for homemade gems and jellies. So for this particular batch, we're going to add 2 packs of gel, just because it's so big. It depends on the size of your batch for how many packs you will have. Once you've applied it, simply stir it up. Once you've stirred it up good enough, put it in a pot on your stove. So here's where we will let it set, and we'll let it cook until it comes to a boil. Remember to stir the bottom of it every once in a while, because if you don't, it will stick, and that is not good. So just stir the bottom every once in a while and you'll be fine. So the next step is to apply sugar. This you apply while it's cooking, before it comes to a boil. Again, we'll apply a lot of cups here because the batch is so big. So I think here we ended up applying like 14 or so cups of the sugar, and that again is because our batch is going to be big. We're going to fill up like 7, 8, or 10 jars, something along there. So that's why we had to put so much sugar in ours. So depending on the size of your batch, you'll have to put the right amount of sugar in. the whole process is going to take around 20 minutes. So after you apply the sugar, still let it set until it comes to a nice boil. And don't forget to stir the bottom every once in a while, that way it doesn't stick to the bottom. After it starts to boil, like it gets that kind of simmery look to it, set a timer for about 2 or 2.5 minutes. While you're stirring it, remember to scrape the bottom every once in a while, that way it doesn't stick to the bottom of your pot. Okay, the timer is up. Now we have to stir it constantly for about 2 more minutes. Now after you've stirred it really good, it's time to put the jam in your jars. That looks so delicious. So one of the great things about the jars is you can pretty much take from them when you want, you know, a small portion, just a little bit from the jar, and they last for years in the jar. So them are a couple of great things about the jars, and which is why I recommend jarring your raspberry jam. Alright guys, we're finishing up here. I cannot wait to eat this raspberry jam. I can say that for sure, because I remember it in the past and it is delicious just to spread over some toast. I know it's delicious. I totally recommend that you yourself go out, pick your berries just like we did, and make your raspberry jam. It tastes delicious. But anyway, that brings us to the end of the video. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I hope you have a great day.